I accidentally booked the wrong JW resort in the wrong state. So, this place better be worth it. Good morning. We spent the night here last night and we really enjoyed it. We both are, sort of picky about beds, and it is a soft bed, or at least it was for us. And also, we both slept very well. The air conditioner works very well. It kept the room nice and cool, but yeah, we're middle-aged women and we got hot in the middle of the night, not at all surprising. But it was a very nice place to stay for the night. In terms of the room itself, very comfortable. This was a king-size room, their entry-level king-size room, but it did have a nice couch that was comfortable. It has a table and chair. I say chair, it only has one chair. Outside, there's a couple of nice chairs with a table. I say nice chair, but really, it's a very uncomfortable chair, Anne would tell you. Nice view, sort of overlooking the gardens. It's very close to the spa, so it was a really nice quiet area. The room had a refrigerator, and that had a couple of nice cold waters in there, a coffee maker, which had, some kind of coffee that I don't know how to pronounce. The bathroom was beautiful. It had this great ambient lighting, so at nighttime, when you'd walk in, it would auto come on, and it was just really nice ambient lighting on the bottom, so you don't have to turn on an overhead light when you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. It had a standalone tub. The shower was just a freestanding shower, glass walls, and it was a wonderful shower. We both really liked it. Now, they don't include the little sample shampoo and conditioner anymore, which makes my wife very sad, but they do have nice shampoo and conditioner. It felt like there were plenty of outlets. I think that's a thing people are always looking for, since we all have things that we need to charge. Tons of outlets at the bedside, as well as just generally spaced around the room, which made it great. I didn't have to worry. Plenty of places to plug in. Great big TV, if that's your jam. If you're coming to a resort to watch TV, I guess. Yeah, there's TVs. There's actually quite a lot of TVs, not only the big one in your room, but there are big TVs in lots of places. So actually, if you are somebody who wants to be able to still watch the big game, plenty of places to do that. Lots of places to eat. There's tons of restaurants. I think they said there was 6 restaurants. They're open at various times throughout the course of the day, so you'll have to check the app to find out what's open and when. There was a cool little arcade area downstairs on the first floor that has all kinds of arcade games and stuff. Kids would have a ball in there. And there's a little, they called it quick eats of some sort, little, fried food goodness stuff at that arcade area. The food here is fine. We ate at the spa for lunch yesterday, and the food was okay. Nothing exceptional, but it was good. But we also spent close to $100 on lunch. So this morning for breakfast, we got smarter, and we ordered DoorDash, and we got a ton of food. We got 2 bagels with cream cheese, a side of bacon, enough cream cheese for, the whole of the free world, of course, but a large latte and 2 20-ounce sodas with all the taxes, fees, and delivery. I think I already said bacon, but also bacon, for $25. That was less than the cost of one entree yesterday at lunch. So DoorDash is where it's at if you're trying to save some money. Side note, this is super interesting and weird. In the elevator, it shows the various floors, and then it has a line that says lobby. And one would think when the door opens to get to the lobby, it would have a little L on the wall, like most elevators and most hotels. No, not here. The lobby is on the 2nd floor, so when the doors open, it's on the 2nd floor. So don't be surprised when you're I thought I was supposed to be at the lobby. And the lobby is not on the 1st floor that has a little star. It is the 2nd floor. I don't know. Listen, y'all, I don't make this stuff up. And when I run the world, things will be different. This is a weird thing. You ready? The floor. The floor is squishy. In the best possible way. It's memory foam and you're walking on it. Love it. Things to do, activities here. There are lots of them. There is a gym and the fitness center, I should say. Really beautiful fitness center. Tons of beautiful pieces of equipment in there. They also even have a like a bar studio or like a just general studio where they'll do group fitness, including a bar. So they do have bar fitness, which is fun if that's something you're into. There are 16 pickleball courts. 16, y'all, which is almost enough if it were up to me. There would be so many more pickleball courts because dang it, when I want to play pickleball, I want to play pickleball. And there are 16 courts here, which props, because that makes me happy. There are 3 tennis courts, which I'm sure are always empty. Okay, I just made that up. I have no idea if they're always empty. But, you know, pickleball, clearly superior to tennis. You can leave a comment below telling me I'm wrong, but likely you're gonna leave a comment saying, Chrissy, you're absolutely right. The racket center has loaner paddles and loaner rackets and balls, of course. You do have to sign in to use the facilities, and you get an hour free per day of tennis or pickleball if you're a guest. It is a bit of a walk from the resort, nothing crazy, but it is a walk. It's not right there. It's like, I don't know, 5 minutes took us to get here or something, not bad. But in addition to those activities, there's also bicycles that you can rent out for free. There are yard games. Look at this great yard space. Look at how nice this is. You got some yard games over here. Those are fire pits over here. Comfy Adirondack rockers. Look at this. Ping pong. There's ping pong outside. More rockers. Anne's always up for a good time. Whoa. Really lovely. How nice of a place to sit outside here. Look at how pretty this is. In that like yard space, there's tons of places to sit. There's like Adirondack chairs that are on rockers, beautiful like waterfall, ambient sound and noise around, fire pits. It's beautiful. Speaking of grass, actually, there is gobs of it, but much of it is fake grass, which I think is very responsible. So good job to the Marriott for doing that. There is some grass, and I think that the grass that is here is in places that you would want it. Like by some of the pools, there's grass, specifically at like the spa area. Oh, of course, I can't mention activities without also talking about the lazy river, because it was super cool. Here's a lazy river, and one of the things we really liked about it was the speed. Sometimes you get a lazy river and it's super, super slow, and other times it's way too fast. This one felt just right. Tubes were a little hard to come by, but if you're able to find a tube, works out fantastic. They're great. Tons of places to sit around there. Also, tons of places for you to have reserved seating at $125 a pop. The kids area, or I think it's actually called the family area, is really nice. It has that lazy river in it. And some pools that are just a little bit more rowdy. But if rowdy is not your jam, that's fine. There are a million other pools here. That might be a little hyperbole, there's probably not a million, but there's gobs of pools and plenty of places for you to find the space that's gonna match the vibe that you have. Speaking of vibes, one weird and crazy thing we noticed. We have been to many a resort now, most of which are in Mexico. And by most of which, I mean all of which were in Mexico. So when people are going to these resorts in Mexico, they are going to vacation. So you are in a whole different vibe, a whole different mindset when you are there to vacation. And this place is a resort, right? And it very clearly feels like a resort as you walk around here. In addition to the resort vibe, it's also a business vibe because it's also a conference center. And while we were here, there was a conference happening. And you could very clearly feel the dichotomy while walking around. I'm walking around in a bathing suit, literally next to a dude in a business suit. Feels a little bit weird. Like when everybody's not relaxed and chill in their bathing suit attire, some people are wearing business suits, it feels weird. It changes the vibe a little bit. It's fine, just know that that's what you're getting into. just changes things. This is a neat little area we just found, and it's on like the other side of the family area. Check this out. Look at all these cabanas that are like right on the river. Look at this. How fun would that be to stay at? Wow, I gotta say, yesterday we spent some time actually spending time around here, and we had a ball while we were doing it. But this morning we've taken some time to explore a little bit more, and it is even more incredible than we thought. There are some crazy cool places. We thought, oh, okay, there's a loud pool and a quiet pool, but turns out there's many more pools. Lots of areas that have reserved seating. One area that is 21 plus with reserved seating. Mind you, the reserved seating is very expensive, and it is dynamic pricing, which, just like Uber, of course, means it changes based on demand. So the time of day, the day of the week, the time of year, all of those things play into account. Whereas like you can reserve a chaise lounge for, I think the least expensive was $125, and then you can reserve us one of the cabana things in the 21 plus area for $1,000. Mind you, all of these things come with a 10% added on to that for service fee. So listen, this place is not cheap. That is not something I would use as an adjective to describe. Adjective, is that the right word? That is not a word I would use to describe this place. But is it amazing? Is it beautiful? Is it clean? All of those things, 1,000,000%. It is totally, in my mind, it is totally worth the base price. I say the base price because, you know, the food here is very expensive. So much so that we ordered DoorDash this morning. And mind you, we enjoyed it. We got a little bagel from this place nearby, and we're big bagel people. So if you need a bagel, you should check this place out. Anyway, great breakfast from the bagel place. The food was good. We had lunch here yesterday. It was very expensive. We spent almost $100 on lunch. So if money is not an option, or like not an issue for you, then don't even worry about it. A can of soda though, at lunch, a can, you know, like a regular old can, $6.
Plus service fee.
And then of course, yeah, there's a service fee on top of everything else. So price, no question, this is very expensive. But I think the majority of the time people are coming here for, you have money and that's just not an issue for you, so more power to you, enjoy, because it is beautiful. And if money is an issue for you, there are still lots of things you can do that don't come with additional pricing, and it still is totally worth it. But yeah, it does mean that, you know, you're spending a good amount of money, and that's okay. This place has incredible staff. That was one of the first things I noticed. Everybody is kind and thoughtful and, you know, willing to do whatever they could to, you know, help you have an enjoyable experience. One of the things I noticed was we were able to check in literally 5 hours early, which obviously they didn't have to do, but they were kind enough to let us check in very early. Also, we get to hang out and enjoy the amenities after we check out. We get until 6 p.m. on checkout day to enjoy the amenities. Come on, that's pretty great. Speaking of which, the other thing I want to note is it is incredibly clean. And this is a thing that we look at every place that we stay. Like, how clean is it? Is it actually clean? And it is. It really is that clean. I can't actually think of a place that I was like, oh, it could be a little bit cleaner there. So that was cool. The landscaping. It is beautiful. Everywhere you look, there is sort of a different vibe, a different feeling, tons of water features. You have that constant water flow sounding, and you can probably actually hear that in the background here. It is lovely, it really is. There's like babbling brooks. There is, even in that 21 plus area that's mostly reserved seating, it overlooks this like man-made pond area, and when we first got up there, we were like, wow, look at those lily pads. This is all beautiful. And then Anne looked a little closer, and those lily pads are in pots, which that is not a bad thing for us. Like, that is saying like that they were very thoughtful about how this place was designed. The walkways, everything is just so thoughtfully designed. And design is not a thing I care at all about, but it is something I noticed here because it was really, really lovely. So as I said at the beginning, I definitely booked the wrong JW. I booked it in California instead of Arizona. Awkward, like whoa, awkward. And I will say when I called the central reservation line, they were less than helpful. They were basically like, yeah, too bad, so sad, which sucked a lot. But not to fear, I went to ChatGPT to help me, and they suggested that I actually just call the hotel that I shouldn't have booked at in California and see what they can do. So I did. I called them, and they literally didn't even skip a beat. They were like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and refund you, because this happens all the time. I don't know why they named them so close together. Like the names are very close. I'll put it on the screen actually. I want you to see how close it is. It's very close. So they refunded me, no problem, no questions asked. Then when I booked at the correct one in Arizona here in Phoenix, booked it online, got here, they were like, oh wow, yeah, that totally happens all the time. And they were like, let's go ahead and upgrade you and we'll give you this great garden view, which was amazing. So, I couldn't be happier with the service from the hotels themselves. The central reservation line left much to be desired, but it is what it is. Is this place worth it? Is it worth the amount of money that you pay per night? I think it is. I do. I really do think it is. Who is it for? I think it's for anybody who has some money to spend. And it doesn't have to be, a crazy amount of money, per night, if you consider the fact that it is a resort and it has so many amenities here and many that are included. I think it's worth it. I think families would totally enjoy it. Tons of pools to play at, tons of just general activities to play with. Also, just adults who want to get away. Plenty of places to do that too, if you want to be here. And of course, it's for sure for business people. So if you're coming here for a business trip, you aren't going to be let down either. Tons of great areas for business people. The bar in the lobby on the first floor actually sort of changes their vibe at night. The lights get dim, the bar opens up, tons of people out there, most of which seem to be business people, hanging out, having fun, having a few drinks to wind down. Totally recommend this place. If you are looking for a rad resort getaway in Arizona, I would totally recommend this one.